We're coming back this time with Shear Revival's Northern Lights. Let's jump right into this one. So taking a look first at the presentation, they're very beautiful. That's one thing that Shear Revival really excels in, is their overall presentation. They stick to a nice matte label, usually with a distinct identifier. This one, Northern Lights, chose a nice wintry kind of look to the label. You have your basic instructions on the side. Again, the label itself identifying the product, a nice matte paste, ingredients, and other information. Overall, beautiful aesthetics. Probably one of my favorite companies in branding. Opening it up, the scent on this is, again, very typical of Shear Revival. What you're going to find is that Shear Revival has a very distinct characteristic in all of their attributes. And generally, if you like one product from them, you'll start to like almost all their products. Now, again, back to the scent. It's a very herbal scent with a nice smoothness to it. Overall enjoyable, but very light. It's not something that you'll notice throughout the day, even an hour after application. Overall, just very light, herbal, characteristic of Shear Revival. Nothing special, but not bad in any way. Just a pretty moderately appropriate scent, although I do enjoy it. Now let's take a look at the scoop. The product has a nice off-white color to it, and the scooping is just how we want a matte paste. Quite easy, no difficulty. Scooping it out, the first thing you'll notice is the tackiness from it. This is a very, what I would call a more sticky natural product versus your typical dry product. Breaking it down, very easy, smooth, but that tack remains present. Breaks down completely, which is something that I like to see in products. Products that kind of leave a residue or a visible residue, I find is just kind of something that you're kind of neglecting in the overall presence and performance of the product. Applying into the hair, we have blow-dried hair, fully dried, nothing else in it, all shampooed. Let's go to this. So that initial attack goes in fairly easy and pretty much unnoticeable. You get a little bit of presence, but overall, nothing too crazy. What you'll notice with this initial scoop is we start to get a little bit more texture involved, and the hair doesn't seem to have changed in terms of its shine or anything like that. Overall, decent for a first scoop. As always, I'm gonna add a second one in. Show you the breakdown on that. Very creamy and smooth is what I would identify this matte paste. You're not gonna get any crazy tugging or pulling. The application on this is probably one of its best aspects if you've tried other matte pastes, dry clays, anything along those lines that you haven't really enjoyed from texture products. This kind of eliminates all the fuss and all the problems that certain hair types can have with drier products. And again, this is more of a smooth take on a matte paste, which is honestly nowadays it's pretty common, but when this came out, I think just about 2 years ago, it was one of the first not dry and aggressive products. It had nice easy application that we could see, and still remained usable. I would call it very natural in its overall shine. I don't think we have any distinct increase in the shine, but just enough that you will notice that there is product in your hair. Now, the amount that I've applied here is actually probably more than I would have wanted. and then I go and apply a little bit more, kind of funny. And if you're hearing the lovely noises in the background, I've decided to do this review when some people are home, but we'll carry on forward. Overall, extremely easy to apply. No aggressive tugging or pulling. We do get a distinct tackiness with it, and it does remain present. Gives some decent control with that. What we're left with is, I would say, a highly textured style, getting that from the nice clays within the product. It does have an overall, I'd say, a medium to firm hold. It does, I think it sits right in between that amount. Their Grey Ghost product, I think I would classify as their firm holding, more natural product, whereas this one is definitely that medium to firm range. Control from the tack is excellent. I think you can pretty much style it whatever way that you feel is suited. It doesn't really relax my sides, so if you have kind of Asian hair type, this one, at least from my experience, doesn't last throughout the day in terms of smoothing down the sides when they start to poof out. Going on from there, high texture, good control. Again, overall tacky. It's not dry, it's not grippy. It has a distinct tackiness to it. Endurance on this is, I think it's above average of what we're looking for. Lasts all day. That tackiness, again, I keep repeating that, but that's the main aspect of this product, and it sticks around throughout the whole day. I mean, a little bit of humidity might have the product disperse a little bit and not be as active, but I think considering what this product is and what it's designed for, the endurance is exceptional. The weight of it, just below a moderate amount of weight, not as light as something like Arcadian Clay or Monarch or something, but not as heavy as even the Arcadian matte paste. This is kind of the sticky, tacky version of what Arcadian matte paste is kind of like. So if you have experience with both, or with one or the other, think of the opposite type of hold with it. Now the Arcadian matte paste has a little bit more endurance. However, this one will last you throughout the whole day, as I said. Moving on to the washout on this, I would say it's pretty decent. Mostly with water for myself. Some of my other friends within the grooming community might say it needs a little bit more, but it does leave your hair feeling good afterwards. It's another benefit of Shear Revival's products. They tend to go for a much more natural and positive experience with their products. They don't like anything super aggressive, but that doesn't mean their products don't perform very well like we've seen here. So overall, I mean, this was one that I actually went out of my way to get again because I'd had it previously, absolutely loved it, and thought I would give it another try. I hadn't used a new Shear Revival product in a little bit and really enjoyed this. Overall, you're gonna get that medium firm hold. You're gonna get a nice tacky experience, but the application is fairly easy, breakdown easy, scent, nothing too crazy. This is kind of a good, what I would say a good beginner product, something to introduce yourself to the market without being kind of scared away by extreme ends of the spectrum, whether it's high shine, too dry, way too firm, hardening. It doesn't have any of those aggressive aspects to it. It kind of takes everything and makes it easy to use, easy to distribute, style, and you're gonna be able to depend upon it. Overall, I can see why it's a favorite by lots of people, and I don't think you can go wrong by picking up a jar of this stuff. I have some links in the description where you can find this product, as well as Shear Revival on their various Instagrams and things like that. And as always, if you like this video, you have any comments, leave those down below, hit the like button, subscribe. I appreciate it, and it kind of puts the effort I'm putting forward, kind of makes it a little bit more worthwhile. And I like bringing you guys some new products, some old products, and we'll see what we have in store next. I'll see you guys later.